For those that don't know, the Supreme Court ruled Monday for the Trump administration and agreed U.S. immigration agents may stop and detain anyone they suspect in the U.S. illegally based on little more than working at a gas station, at a restaurant, at a car wash, speaking Spanish, or having brown skin. That is all they need. If you speak Spanish or have brown skin, you are in danger. My family's in danger. And we have to step up. We have to be the change. We have to spread the word. Make sure to keep your family as safe as you can. Let them be informed. And that's the best that we can do. But, yep. The Supreme Court ruled this on Monday for the Trump administration.
Yeah, them Latino for Trump folks got real. It's mute. I don't hear nothing ever since that executive order came out. Yeah. Now you thought I forgot about y'all. You thought we forgot about y'all. The Latinos for Trump. I will vote for Donald Trump. Now look at y'all on hush mode, because you realize that executive order affects you, affects your kids, affects your spouses, affects your parents, affects your friends, affects everyone around you that you've ever loved and cared about that was not born in this country. Now look at you. They're going to be able to snatch you up and lock you up based off of your accent and skin tone alone. Even if you are a white Cuban or a white Puerto Rican or a white Dominican, it don't matter. If your accent even got a little bit of a twang in it, you're cooked. Welcome to the real world, jackass.
So it is official. SCOTUS just made it legal for ICE to detain anyone that looks Hispanic or speaks Spanish. So basically anyone who has my same skin complexion and speaks Spanish like I do. This is a direct violation of our 14th and 4th Amendment rights. We all know that the majority of these cosplay wannabe Call of Duty fucking wannabe ICE agents that Trump selected probably failed sociology class. So they don't know the difference between Puerto Ricans who are born in America, who are my skin complexion, and South Americans. So now SCOTUS has made it possible for people like myself who were born here, who served this country. And because I speak Spanish, if I decide that I want to go out with my mom one day and we decide that we want to say something in Spanish or whatever, we can be detained. This is not America. The America that we once knew disappeared 8 months ago. And the America that I once served proudly and honorably no longer exists. For any Latino or any Hispanic or anyone for that matter who is not from this country that is coming to this country to come and visit, this is not the America that used to be. Stay your ass at home. Don't give America not one more dollar. Don't come over here. Don't go and tour all of the, different historical places. Don't do it. Because it's bad enough that American citizens like myself who are Hispanic now have to watch our backs.
So the U.S. Supreme Court today overturned Judge Frimpong's injunction from June 11th, saying that in L.A., the ICE agents needed to follow well-established law by the Fourth Amendment. They needed something more than just a person's race or how they look. And today, Trump's U.S. Supreme Court ruled that their ethnicity, the language they speak, the type of jobs that Latinos have, gardening, construction, can all be used as reasonable suspicion. Law professors are throwing out their curriculums because all established law is out the window. Latinos, regardless of citizenship status or immigration status now have diminished rights under the Constitution. This is Trump's Supreme Court. And it seems now as though the law will change with whatever Trump requests. So we'll see where this leads us.
Fam, you won't believe this one. ChatGPT just confirmed something that has Hispanics in tears. According to AI, under the Constitution, they actually have less rights than they thought. Yeah, and now the internet is going wild. We are going to unpack it all, what it means, why they are upset, and how this conversation affects everybody. Back up, this is heavy. Let's get into it.
Breaking news from the Supreme Court today, friends. The court ruled that the Trump administration is free to carry out raids in California based on the fact that an individual speaks Spanish, looks Latino, works at a particular place, and that is okay. In a 6-3 decision, the Supreme Court held that the ICE can stop individuals and question them based on any of these factors, and this is called a roving raid, in which ICE goes through a community or to a site, and based on what they see, they can actually stop a person and ask them questions about their immigration status or situation. The judges did not give an explanation for their decision. However, Justice Kavanaugh said that it is reasonable for ICE officers to be able to stop someone and ask common sense questions based on common sense criteria such as their employment at a day laborer site or construction site or their limited English proficiency. Those are reasonable criteria that should be used for ICE to determine who to question. You guys probably recall that the federal judge had stopped ICE from being able to do this because the judge said that this is unconstitutional and you cannot use race and some other factors when you're deciding who to stop. Then the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals backed up this decision. The Trump administration filed an emergency appeal to the Supreme Court, arguing that these decisions basically tied their hands and acted as a straitjacket. Los Angeles population is 50% Latino, and this decision makes it possible for ICE to stop U.S. citizens who look like they're Latino or they are Latino but are U.S. citizens and maybe green card holders. ICE will now have greater leeway to conduct these roving raids. Friends, this is very disappointing news. This is not the end of it. I'm sure of it. I'm covering all things related to Trump immigration changes. Follow for more.
Supreme Court is allowing ICE to racially profile you. Obviously not everybody, but if you're brown, your race, ethnicity, if you speak Spanish, based off your occupation and based off your proximity to areas where there might be undocumented immigrants, like Home Depot, for example, that's enough reasonable suspicion. Any of those four. And what is actually insane is that all of those are assumptions, right? Assumptions that people will make about you and your citizenship status. But assumptions are not factual, right? They're not like you don't have any concrete evidence. They're kind of more like biases. And when you allow law enforcement to act off of their biases, I mean, that just does not sound right. That sounds like a recipe for disaster.
Look, I'm not sure why you all are always so shocked when a discriminatory or racist law is passed or upheld in this country. I'm not going to even hold you. They used to eat us. Do you hear me? They wore our teeth as dentures. I don't understand where the shock comes from. There had to be a law put in place to say, hey, you can't own people. Do you hear what I'm saying? There was a war started because people wanted to own people in this country. There's no shock value left for us. We told you all. And the Supreme Court, 6-3, has said, yes, ICE can racially profile people. They can pull you over for no reason as long as you are Latino. That is not shocking. We have told you all that for years. Do you remember stop and frisk? Is anybody having like a memory lapse? Like, what's going on? That man, that walking piece of stomach bile is only magnifying, letting you see under the microscope what we've been told you. This country is racist. From the way that we had to cover our hair up to the reason why they just built entire highways through our doggone neighborhoods. The whole thing, racist.
Funky ass Donald Trump Supreme Court has just ruled that it's official. In America, only white is right. And if you ain't white, you ain't got no rights. Welcome to being a nigga. Latinos, use a nigga. Asians, use a nigga. Everybody who don't present white, use a nigga now. Welcome to our motherfucking world. For all the people who've been delulu talking about, I haven't seen nothing like this in terms of the Supreme Court saying you can racially profile since the internment camps. Bitch, get real. Come back down here to planet Earth because black folks have been dealing with this shit since forever. Why you think we have driving while black? Hell, crossing the street while black. It's because we have never stopped dealing with racial profiling. However, this is on a whole nother level, I must admit, because I know some people especially black people be like, well, we always dealt with the shit. I'm going to tell you what's new. What is supposed to happen is that there is supposed to be a thing called the Fourth Amendment in which there's supposed to be some sort of probable cause in order for federal law enforcement to stop you in the context of immigration enforcement. Now, all that shit's out the window. All they have to do is try to say that they think you're a race of people that are here illegally. Your accent means that you're here illegally, or hell, even jobs. It ain't no more black jobs, it's the illegals jobs. So this is a problem for everybody. I tried to warn y'all asses that citizenship was on the ballot. They can now stop, harass, detain anybody the fuck they want, as long as they give this excuse. Now, for those of you who say, well, I'm willing to get stopped and ID checked because I want to get these illegals out. Okay, well, that's real cute until they don't even fucking check your ID. Until they just pack your ass up in a motherfucking van and your mama is searching through the goddamn mattress for your birth certificate to get your ass out of jail because you got an ICE hold on you. That's actually happened to a U.S. citizen. That's real cute until you riding around and they arrest you and they confiscate your belongings. That's something that happened to somebody in Oklahoma. And now you asked out of your motherfucking cash or whatever the situation may be. So I don't think that we want to open up the door to blanket mass profiling for anybody in this country who is not white. I don't think that's the door that we want to walk through. But guess what? It has motherfucking arrived. All right. So look, stay on your P's and Q's. Y'all need to start reading these motherfucking what to do in case ICE approaches your ass, because these people are out on a mission and they don't give a damn who gets swept up with it. And guess what? If they do make a mistake on getting your black ass, trust and believe, look at what they're doing to Kilmar Abrego Garcia. They're going to find something to pin on you. Look at what they're doing to Lisa Cook. They try to find something on you to justify illegally detaining you. So, this ain't just a Latino thing, which, by the way, there are black Latinos. This ain't just an immigrant thing. This is now an American thing. And so everybody who ain't black, but ain't white, who ain't been used to being fucked with by law enforcement, too bad, nigga, because you one of us now.
So a decision was made yesterday by the Supreme Court, approved by Donald Trump and company, that if you are a non-white man and you speak with a different dialect, have a different accent, speak with a little twang, they are liable to lock you up and place you in holding for a few days while they check your citizenship. If you happen to be a legal citizen, you get let go. Problem is, most jobs, if you go no contact with your job and you don't report that you went, took a break, got locked up, whatever the case may be, they are liable to fire you. So this is by design to not only try to get rid of people of color from this country, but to screw the people of color who are left in this country. And you guys said that ICE and Trump and all that is not about race. And y'all keep mentioning Obama, like leftists keep mentioning Obama for some weird reason. I don't know why. Because Obama wasn't doing this. Biden wasn't doing this. This is racism. Don't matter if you Asian, Mexican, Pacific Islander, Haitian, Jamaican, don't matter. You speak with an accent and you ain't white. you're screwed. Mind you, this is what he's able to pull off the first 10 months in his second term as president. We didn't even hit the halfway marker yet. So I hope everybody who voted for him and didn't vote at all or voted third party, I hope y'all got what y'all wanted.
So let's start here. People asked ChatGPT about rights under the US Constitution, and the AI basically confirmed that Hispanics, especially undocumented ones, don't have the same protections as others. That hit hard, and now people are emotional. Oh my God, Hispanic communities have been fighting for equal recognition for decades. We all know this. But when AI comes out and says legally you don't have the same right, it feels like confirmation of every fear they have had. Oh my God, this is insane. And people didn't expect a robot to spell it out so bluntly. A lot of Black folks reacted with mixed feelings. On one hand, they understand the pain of being denied rights, but on the other, they also feel like Hispanics have often stood quiet or even joined the system when Black people were fighting for their rights. Now, the tables have turned, and it's AI saying the truth. Can you imagine AI saying the truth? The US Constitution is tricky. Citizens and permanent residents have rights, but undocumented immigrants, that's where the law cuts them off. So technically, ChatGPT wasn't wrong. It just put legal reality into words nobody wanted to hear. Yeah. So this moment shows us something bigger. AI doesn't care about feelings. It spits out facts. And those facts show cracks in the system. If we really want equality, we can't just cry about it. We have to demand change. So we have to demand change. Emotional blackmail won't fix laws, pressure and unity will. So yeah, Hispanics are upset, but maybe this is the wake-up call. Maybe it's time to fight harder for recognition instead of just hoping things magically change. Yeah, because as we see, even AI is telling it like it is. The AI is telling it like it is. So what do you think, fam? Was ChatGPT out of line for saying this? Or was it just speaking facts? Tell me. Drop your thoughts in the comment. I wanna hear from you. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe, because the truth is only getting louder. Yeah, the truth is only getting louder. So catch you next time. Bye.